Hi folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, it seems like every week I feel I have more to report on, even though sometimes it's tough to get information from other fishermen. But I got to tell you, this year, this spring, I have seen the greatest water fluctuations of level in the St. Lawrence River, and therefore all the Great Lakes system, but especially in our area. All those waters that are connected to the St. Lawrence River are affected by these fluctuations. And how does that affect us as fishermen? Well, I got to tell you, it has a huge impact. And yesterday in particular, when I was traveling along Route 37, as I noticed the shoals that I look at, all of a sudden they existed out of the water like islands. And I'm like, holy cow, they have dropped the water so much. How is that going to affect the fish? And I got to tell you, this time of the year, that's going to affect the fish so much because most of the species come into shallower waters, into bays and into areas where they can build their beds and have the new fish grow up for future generations. And when these fluctuations take place, the water's been really high. So the fish have come into areas maybe that they've never got into before, back in shrubbery and so forth along the shoreline that provides a perfect place for them to go this time of the year. And then all of a sudden, overnight, the water drops significantly. And where they've started to build beds, maybe even out of water. And this is what really, really concerns me. You know, I know that the Joint Commission that regulates the water level on the St. Lawrence River has many, many things that they have to think about. And I don't want you to think that this is a DEC issue, because it is not. They may be part of the board, but they have to think about homes along the Great Lakes water system. They have to think about communities. And one community in particular is Montreal. And so I know it's always a big issue is how much water is let to go downstream where it will run into the city of Montreal, because flooding can be disastrous to affect a tremendous number of people. But getting back to the fish, boy, I got to tell you, my own experiences. I went to a place last week where I had absolutely fantastic fishing. Because the water went down so far, I went back there to try, and all the fish seemed to be gone. All those fish that I caught the week before were gone. Now, there could be a number of factors that lead to that. And remember, this time of the year, things change very quickly. But I did want to make all of us aware that as we look at the water around us, the level and depth of that water affects a lot more than we might imagine, and it really affects those fish that are part of our great resource. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.